So Qualcomm took the wraps off an Android-toting smartwatch, which has been dubbed the Talk and not Talk, as its name implies. Names aside, you're looking at a brilliant wrist accessory, and because the battery lives in its clasp, it allows the face of the watch to be much slimmer and flat against the wrist. Now you connect it to any Android smartphone running Android 4.0.3 and above via Bluetooth in order to sync calls and text messages from the phone straight to your wrist. Now there's no speaker for making calls Dick Tracy style, but you can use a Bluetooth headset and use it to answer and reject calls. And you can read your text messages and respond from a selection of basic pre-installed responses. Now many of the average smartphone functions aren't available through the watch. Instead, you can scroll through its sophisticated home screen for the weather, your synced calendar, viewing stocks info, and the ability to control your phone's music player. Twitter and Facebook notifications will also pop up on screen, and Qualcomm reckons its battery will last around 3 to 4 days. The Talk is flanked by 2 touch-sensitive buttons to assist with navigation. Double tapping the top brings up the fairly bright backlight, while tapping the bottom acts as a back button to return to the home screen, which are both pretty quick to respond. Now, unlike the Galaxy Gear and Sony Smartwatch 2, this timepiece has a colour e-ink style mirror-sol display, which is muted and nowhere near as vibrant in comparison, but it's easy to read in direct sunlight. Now, before you get too excited, you should probably know that this isn't the final product build, and we may never be able to get our hands on one. That's because Talk is actually a proof of concept designed to entice manufacturers into implementing mirror-sol displays into this kind of device. But the good news, however, is that Qualcomm is planning on selling a limited number of final versions later on in 2013 for $300. So if you're lucky, you might just be able to get your hands on one.